Hi, thank you. My name is Sam Goodwin. Thank you for joining us today. This is Fritzy with Household Guardians. She is an amazing person, somebody that really knows how to, work up the house, do the house right, so you can stay there for a lot longer than maybe. And I could talk about Household Guardians, but really that's why I brought Fritzy today, because she can do a better explanation of what her business is. And how it helps people. So Fritzy, why don't you just tell our audience today, what is Household Guardians? What do you do? What's it all about?
Okay. Well, first, thank you, Sam.
Oh, my pleasure.
For inviting me here today. And yes, to the audience, we did get the email about wearing blue shirts.
Absolutely.
With my Hocoa blue today. Household Guardians is a home modification and home safety consulting business. So I look at people's homes, and trust me, I don't look for dust, but I look for opportunities to improve safety in the home. And typically our clients are elderly or grown children who are concerned about their parents. Oftentimes also it could be someone who has already taken a fall, afraid of falling again. Or someone who's afraid to tell the kids they fell. I've had a client or two like that because they anticipate that the kids are really going to make a big fuss about it. So there are so many opportunities and things to look at inside the house and outside. So we do a full assessment, almost 300 points, looking at the interior, all the rooms, and the exterior of the house for tripping hazards, and then opportunities to make improvements for safety.
Wow, that's interesting, Fritzy. So you basically improvements for safety to make it easier to get around the house. And now, how did you get into this type of business?
All right, that's a long story. And if you've read my book, you've gotten the first part of that. Okay.
Yes.
So I did senior move management in New York for 10 years in the middle of my environmental consulting career. And I noticed then that folks really wanted to stay home. They didn't really want to move to community. So what were the things that were the trigger points that were forcing families to make those decisions? What kinds of things were happening? And in some cases it was simply falling.
Okay.
And they were things that could be avoided. So most of us, and the AARP's done surveys, 80% of us want to remain in our homes.
Oh wow, I didn't know
90% of us have done nothing to prepare. And so this is an opportunity to be proactive, to add the extra lighting, to take advantage of the new easy technologies. For example, now there are smoke alarms that have a little Bluetooth connection. So if you have a house with multiple stories, you can put a smoke alarm on the second floor and the first floor. And no matter where that smoke alarm goes off, the alarm will sound on all the floors. Oh. So if you have people sleeping on a separate floor, then everything gets connected at the same time. And especially for houses that have basements, not so much here, but in other parts of the country, it can be very important because sometimes there are sleeping spaces in the basement. So if there were a fire on any floor, then all 3 smoke alarms would go off. So it's a simple technology. And those ideas that are not, I don't want somebody to think, oh, here she comes, I'm doing a $20,000 bathroom remodel.
Yeah, no.
Not necessarily.
Right.
But do we need safety bars? Yes. Do we need extra lighting? Yes. And these features work for people of all ages. So although I love to work with my seniors and my grown children as clients, people of every age can take advantage of these home safety solutions.
Oh wow, well that's pretty cool. So and I think a lot of us, or at least me for instance, when I think of that, you just think of the safety bars. You don't think of additional lighting, tripping hazards. These are little things that, like you said, it's not doing a $20,000 bathroom remodel. There's just some simple little steps. And it's amazing when you gave me that stat. 9 out of 10 people don't even plan for this.
Right.
They don't have an idea. But what do people usually come to you for, Fritzy? I mean, what's that first step for them?
Usually they have a concern. So either a trigger event has happened to someone in their family, or they have witnessed it, a neighbor has had it, something has happened. So Because the same way Nike can't get us to exercise in America, right? I can't get people to make safety solutions. So
Right.
usually something has to happen to make us do
Right.
that. And although I am thrilled to help people who are proactive, who are planning, who are looking to do some changes in their homes, like working with your teams, and want to take that extra step, like if I'm going to do this anyway, what kind of extra lighting can I add to my kitchen? What extra lighting can I add to the bathroom? Can I put a little light under the vanity that
Yeah.
goes on when I come in so my floor lights up?
Right.
Something easy like that that works together with people they're already working with to make a subtle but very important change. And then you don't ever have to do it again. And do it while you're young and well.
Right, exactly. And,
Yeah.
and then be able to reap the benefits of, hey, you know what, this is great. I completely see. And you don't have that urge or that sinking feeling that, gosh, I might have to move,
Right,
right?
right.
Do this now. So let me ask you this, because this is pretty interesting, but what would you say is the single most gratifying moment that you've had either with a client or clients? I mean, what's been that aha, or that the client had, you know, wow, this has been so helpful?
Well, one of my most interesting clients was a man, and I met him. He was sitting in his recliner, had needed back surgery.
Oh.
His wife had early stages dementia, and their home was not suitable for his recovery. So he would not go for surgery because he knew his wife couldn't deal with her own, trying to figure herself out, and helping him recover at home. So I was referred by a home care agency to get his house ready for him because he was becoming more and more immobile in his chair. And so I came in, we did the house. He had confidence that his wife was accustomed to the new house as it was. He went for his surgery and then was able to come home and recover.
Oh, wow.
So that was one of my...
Yeah, that's pretty amazing
stories, yeah.
to be able to do something like that, and it made a world of difference for that family.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And so now, I mean, his wife still has memory problems, but he's physically able to be out of the chair and participate in their lives again.
Wow.
That he couldn't before. So that's, and that's unusual. You know, I mean, a lot of folks are really more concerned about, you know, the regular tripping hazards. And one of the things that we do too is make sure that the exterior of the house is in good shape, because I mean we had fabulous rain here, right? So what does that mean? Our ground cover is just like going over the walkways, and it's something.
Any kind of overgrown brush, not being
Right.
able to see, or you know, necessarily where that sidewalk or those pavers are. Absolutely.
Right.
And then you could have lifting, and you could have a whole litany of things going on there. And that probably leads me to my next question for you, Fritzy, is what are some of those things that people can come to you for? What should they look for in terms of how, you know, what are some of the first steps that they need to be thinking about when they make contact with you? You know, what are those first initial steps that they need to do?
Well, I mean, they can either contact me on my website through the contact form and put in what their inquiry is and really what's prompting them to call, or they can call the 800 number and reach me right away.
And even if they just have questions, they can just call you up.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I am more than happy just to answer questions like, I went to Mom's house and I saw this. Is this a problem? Is there a solution for that? I've got lots of information. I have resources on my website. I am more than happy to help folks. My mom had low vision, so a lot of what I do is related to folks with vision challenges and easy things like changing the appliances, changing a switch plate. Right?
Yeah.
For years we've wanted the switches and the switch plates to disappear from view. So what did we do? We painted the walls white, we put white switch plates. If you have macular degeneration and you can only see out of the side of your eye, you need contrast. All you have to do is switch out the switch plate with a pretty one that matches your decor for $2.25 and 2 screws. And now a person who has a vision issue can see where that is. Easy solution.
That's a simple best practice right there that people don't think about necessarily. So now, Fritzy, if anybody has any more questions for you, wants to get in touch with you, what's the best phone number to call again? The 800?
It's the 800-984-1186.
And the website is?
householdguardians.com.
Awesome. Well, Fritzy, thank you so much for coming on with me today. I appreciate it. And thank you to the thousands of viewers that are watching this video now, or that will be. There's maybe 3 people, including my family, that's watching now. But if you have any questions for Fritzy, she's great. I've known her for years. It's been going on like 3 or 4 years. Yeah, 4 years. Amazing lady. Truly just a joy to be around, and just always giving. I know Fritzy's always giving, and whether it's information, but somebody that is truly highly intelligent in their field, that knows what they're talking about, and is here to help. So Fritzy, thank you so much for coming on today. I really appreciate it.
Thank
and
you.
I'm glad we got the...
You're going to be president of my fan club.
Oh, that's right, exactly.
Thank you, Sam.
I'm officially the president of the fan club for Fritzy and Household Guardians. So if you have any questions, or if you want to make any comments, feel free to do that on the feed. And then also, if you want to share this, or again, if you just want a question for Fritzy, feel free to give her a call. Okay? Thank you so much, and we'll see you next week.